You cannot be serious. The movie starts out in Dominican Republic. The protagonist is a Dominican man who lives in the Heights, which, if you're not from New York, is a historically Dominican place. We go there to get blowouts, some fire hookah, and believe it or not, a lot of black men go there to get a lineup because Dominicans are black.
I want some of your brownsugar. I want some of your brownsugar.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. This is Brownsugar Commentary, and I'm your girl, Kayla. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe for more videos about black entertainment, black womanhood, and whatever the heck else I feel like talking about this week. All right, let's get right into it. So we're going to be talking about our favorite topic today, as we always do, because why? Because every time we try to leave, colorism pulling us back. Okay, so we're going to be talking about colorism today, and specifically in the casting choices of the new Broadway to film adaptation of In the Heights, okay? This has been all the buzz this past weekend on social media, and people are asking questions, and we need answers, and we gonna get them today, okay? But basically, In the Heights was a Broadway play made by none other than Mr. Lin Manuel Miranda, who is best known for creating the hit Broadway play Hamilton. Okay, but In the Heights was his first Broadway play that did get him critical acclaim as well as a Tony. So this film has been in the works for some years, and now it was supposed to come out last summer, but of course due to Miss Rona, that didn't get to happen, and now it finally came out this past weekend on HBO Max. And like I said, the people, and myself included, got some questions about this cast, because why is it that nobody in the main cast, apart from technically one person, but the main cast is no lighter than sand, honey? Because I ain't even gonna say a paper bag, honey, because no, we ain't even get that dark. We at sand territory, because that's the only thing I can think of that is that light, but it's kind of brown, but not really. Like, because some of these folks is damn near white passing, okay? And we gotta talk about it, because In the Heights is a film and also play that's talking about a Latin community in the neighborhood of Washington Heights, New York. And if anybody knows about Washington Heights, the real one, you would know that there are black people, okay, Afro-Latinos and Latinas that live in Washington Heights, okay? And we did not see that reflected in this here cast, and that is completely unacceptable. It is completely unacceptable, and that is why the people got questions, okay? And so, like I said, this past time on social media, when the movie came out, a lot of people took their gripes to Twitter and the like to talk about the fact that we're the black people, and you know me, okay? What is this first video on the channel asking? Where the black girls at? So you already know I'm part of that brigade, okay? I may not be a part of the Latin community, but I am a black person, and I do think that all black people, regardless of ethnicity, should be represented on screen, okay? And there's no reason why you could have a movie like this and not have no dark-skinned people. Like, it's ridiculous. And like I said, it kind of goes back to the conversation I had talking about colorism in general, and that it permeates literally every minority community that exists beyond just obviously African Americans, the Asian community, Native American community even, okay? Literally any place that has been affected by colonization has an issue with dark folks, okay? Because all of us has been conditioned to believe that dark is bad, that dark does not deserve to be represented, and that's not the best of the best, you know what I mean? And that's completely ridiculous and completely unfortunate, because Afro-Latino folks deserve to see themselves represented on screen, and we just did not see that in this movie. And while I did enjoy the movie, I did watch yesterday actually. I did enjoy it. But I'm a musical girl. I love musicals. I never got to watch the original film, the original play, so I don't know how true it is to the actual play, but from what I saw, this film was excellent. Okay, the cinematography, chef's kiss. Okay, Anthony ate down. I love me some Anthony Ramos. Okay, I really do. Okay, ever since I seen him and She's Gotta Have It, he played Mars, I have been in love with him. He's also a really dope singer. Y'all should definitely check out his debut album called The Good and the Bad. That is a good little urban pop moment that I definitely love. I love. I cannot wait to his next album. He also has a song with Ari that came out last summer that I also love. It's really good. But yeah, Anthony ate down. I mean, he's a charismatic actor, so he has the charisma, the star power to definitely like be the main character of a film. I also think the guy who played Benny ate down. What is his name? Let me get his name. Corey Hawkins. I remember him from being Dr. Dre's Straight Outta Compton. But he put him in more things. I want my boy in more things. Also the woman who plays Abuela, Miss Olga. Miss Olga did a good job, okay? She did an excellent job as well. But yeah, now some other people, they was alright. But those are the people I think that were just the 10 out of 10s would recommend in my opinion. But like I said, the point of this video is to talk about the lack of darker skinned folks in there. And what really got the conversation going was there's a video or interview circulating from The Root where Miss, let me get her name because she is a queen, and she asked the question that we all needed to know. Miss Felice Leon, okay? She is the host of The Root, and she asked Mr. Director Man Jon Chu, as well as the actress that was in the film, Melissa Barrera and Leslie Grace and Gregory Diaz the Fourth, to basically talk about the colorism in the casting. And Mr. John's response was deplorable. I don't care what no one says to me, because he really tried to skate past that question. Basically, let me get a quote for real, what he said. So he basically said, it's a fair conversation to have. And I was like, so let's have it right now. Like, what do you mean fair conversation to have? Like, what? Okay, so basically the guy said, I hope that encourages people to tell stories and get out there and do it right. And it's just like, but why didn't you do it right, sir? Like, you act like this movie was made years ago. We're just not talking about it. Like, you made this movie in 2020, technically. There was no reason that you looked at this cast and thought that that was acceptable, okay? And then I remember him saying, like, oh, there was some blacks in the back dancing. You didn't see? Like, what? And I'm just happy that the good sis was like, but that's where we always are? Like, in the back? Didn't you want to see for once that a dark-skinned person be in the front, baby? Because that's, if you go to Washington Heights, that's what you're gonna see. Like, are you that serious? And I guess the fact that he even felt comfortable to say that, like, this just shows you the ignorance and like, what? Like, y'all need to get some black directors in the room ASAP, period. Because what is this? What is this? And then it got worse, because when she asked the actresses, one of them was like, I think she's the only technically Afro-Latina person in the cast, and she said like, well, yeah, I did see that like people that look like my darker skinned relatives wasn't in there, but you know, and like that's kind of what she said. And it was like, girl, so why didn't you say nothing? Like, what do you mean? That means nothing now. Like, the film is done, it's out. Like, you talk about, oh yeah, it ain't much of people that look like the actual people that I know in real life, but like, I got the job, so what does it matter? And then the other girl who she should have said nothing. This girl gonna talk about, well, you know, the best people got the job, and that's really what matters. Like, yeah, but there were some blacks in the auditions, and it's like, okay, they were in the auditions, so, but why didn't they get casted? That's the question that this woman is asking y'all. Like, what? I'm like, sometimes y'all gotta, it's better to say nothing. It's better to say nothing sometimes, because sometimes y'all talk and y'all be talking and don't make no goddamn sense. And then they got to ask Mr. Lin Manuel, that man's name is so, I always like, Okay, Lin Manuel Miranda. Okay, they asked him about it, and basically he said, I hear that without sufficient dark-skinned Afro-Latino representation, the work feels extractive of the community we want to so much represent with pride and joy. I'm learning from the feedback. I thank you for raising it, and I'm listening. Lin. Now, Lin, come on. Once again, you had to have looked at this cast and said, it's looking light. It's looking real light in here. Like, cause, come on, the girl that plays, what's her name, Nina? Not Nina, the other one. Let me get the girl name. The one that plays Vanessa, the one that should have kept her mouth shut. If you saw her walking down the street for real, you would never. She is damn near white passing. Like, come on. Because even someone like Jerome, Emmy award-winning actor who actually did an adaptation of In the Heights in high school that Lin Manuel Miranda attended this here adaptation. Where was he at? Why couldn't we call him? Why could we not call up Jarrell? Why? And you know what else? I do find it disrespectful that a lot of the time when they talk about like Latin representation, he is out of the conversation, and I'm like, y'all forget that man is Latino, right? Like, yes, he's black in race, but ethnicity, guys, he is Latino. Like, why do y'all be forgetting him? That's weird. It's giving anti-black. It is. It really is. Okay. And what else? And then like even someone just now was going through Twitter and somebody was talking about Miss Amara La Negra. Like, that girl would have ate down that salon roll. Like, she would have ate it down. And she could dance. She could sing. And I'm sure she would have killed that role. Why did we call her up? I'm sure she would have took that role. Okay, as well as many other Afro-Latinos and Latinas could have definitely benefited from being this, because not even like, oh, y'all can use the excuse that we used big A-list actors, like, right? Because you know sometimes you see movies and you see those big names, you're kind of like, why the hell are they in this movie? But it's like, nah, you need people to like watch it. Like, if Jennifer was in this, I wouldn't be completely shocked because she is a Latina woman, right? And she's a big star. So, and I told you, like, for some reason, Jennifer Lopez been very booked and busy these last couple of years. Miss Let's Get Loud. Let's Get Loud! Okay. But, like, if she was in it, it wouldn't shock me, right? But when it comes to, like I said, it's just like, but none of these people are really big A-list actors. So you really could have been flexible as who y'all were putting in these roles. Because, like I said, when it even comes to someone like the girl that played Nina and the girl that played Vanessa, they were the weakest links to me. I'm sorry if y'all like the women, beautiful gals, gorgeous gals, but they was not really giving what needed to be gave. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't. But like I said, I think they were the weakest links, so we could have found some Afro-Latina girls to really give us what we needed to get. But it's like a larger conversation when it comes to Latin representation as a whole, because when I do think about the very few, because there's not a lot, let's be honest here, right? But when I think about Latin representation in Hollywood, like most of them that I can remember, like to think of off the top of my head, they're all light. Like Gina Rodriguez, Miss Niggas Give Me Heebie-Jeebies, light. Okay, Eva Longoria, light. I think Jessica Alba is also white light. Thought she was a white woman. Okay. Or even Jennifer Lopez, like I said, light. Or Sofia Vergara, light. Like I said, in reality, when you think of people who are, you know, from the DR, or from Puerto Rico, or even Mexico, or Brazil. Like, I never knew that Brazil had so much black folks living there until recently. Because most of the time when you see representations of Brazil, it's white looking people. Like, what? And like I said, same thing with DR and same things with Puerto Rico. Like, you never see representations of Latin folks who are actually brown or dark. And that's crazy because that's not true. It's just not true. And like I said, in general, when it comes to representation for Black people and this agenda on Black women to basically erase us, there's no reason that is a thing in 2021. Like, it's just unacceptable. We deserve to be on screen, not dancing and shucking and jiving in the back, okay? But in the front, the star, okay? There's no reason. There's no excuse. Everyone who has an excuse is just really unfortunate and disappointing at this point. Like, just say it was a misstep and call it a goddamn day, even though it's not a misstep. It's calculated. I don't care. You had to look at that cast and be like, and y'all had a whole year to make it right. Y'all had a whole freaking year to fix it, and you didn't. So it's just like, I'm not taking the excuses. It's pure BS. But as Mr. Lin said, let's do better moving forward. I don't want to see no more adaptations with you, and I'm seeing like bright and damn near whites. I'm tired. We're all tired of it at this point. Like I said, I think especially how last year woke a lot of things up for us. I think it definitely made us be more vocal about these things because it's unacceptable at this point. Like I said, y'all know I'm tired. Y'all know I'm tired. I'm gonna keep waking it up every time. But like I said, all types of Black folks, no matter their ethnic group, deserve to be seen on screen. And it's about fair time that y'all stop with the anti-Blackness. Okay, and the colorism. It starts showing some more darker skinned people on my TV screen, on my movie screen, everywhere. Let's wake it up. Let's wake it up.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake.
It's unacceptable. It is truly unacceptable, and it's just really, like I said, a huge misstep on their part. Like I said, while it is a good movie, if you like musicals, you definitely check it out. It is definitely... It's definitely, like I said, a sour spot for a lot of us, especially if you are Afro-Latino and Latina. It's very unfortunate, like I said, to be a person who is that and you don't see yourself represented on screen. Like I said, it's the same frustration I see when I watch, you know, African American or even Caribbean American things, and I don't see people that look like me because we exist, okay? Afro-Latinos exist, especially in New York. Like I said, it's the same. Like I said, I don't be watching them shows about teens in New York and I don't see no Black people because I'm like, where are the Blacks? Where are the Blacks? Come on. But yeah, let me know. Have y'all watched In the Heights? What do you guys think? Do you like it? Do you love it? What do you think about the casting choices? Who were your favorite performances from the film adaptations? Have you watched the actual play? Let me know all your thoughts and that good stuff down in the comments. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll definitely see y'all in my next video. Peace out, y'all.